down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion. But as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Yahawashi, 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 Yahawashi. Who shall rouse him up? Turn to the stronghold, ye prisoners of oak. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. When I have bent Judah for me, bent to the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man. And the Lord shall be seen over them, and his arrow shall go forth as the lightning. And the Lord God shall blow the trumpet, and shall go with the winds of the south. All of hosts shall defend them, and they shall devour and subdue with slinging stones. And they shall drink and make a noise as to wine, and they shall be filled like bowls and as the corners of the altar. And the Lord their God shall save them that day, as the flock of his people. But they shall be as the stones of a crown, lifted up as an ensign upon his land. Mine anger was kindled against the shepherds, and I punished the goats. For the Lord of hosts hath visited his flock, the house of Judah, and hath made them as his goodly horse in battle. Out of him came forth the corner, out of him the nail, out of him the battle bow, out of him every oppressor together. And they shall be as mighty men which tread down their enemies in the mire of the streets in the battle. And they shall fight because the Lord is with them. Yahawashi, 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 Yahawashi.
Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations, scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praise to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, who led me to this truth and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect, and to the hopeful elect. Lord, wouldn't we be part of that number? Lord, wouldn't us be edifying to those who fear the name of the Lord and are striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities? His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5 is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Peter chapter 2, Shabbat Shalom. And we're going to get into a lesson the Lord put the Spirit on me to deal with today. And we're going to go over some various end-time topics as usual. I'm going to start with the title. New wireless brain implants will bring mind control to new level. China and Iran hacked the U.S. And then various end-time topics. So Lord willing is edifying to the flock. And Salaki, if my internet's going a little slow, Esau messing with my stuff today, as usual. So Lord willing is edifying to the flock. Let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, it's going slow. Just give me a sec. We're going to start over here. put in some precepts. I'm gonna move on. Shalom to everybody on the comment board. Bahasham outside Barak Atham. So we're gonna get in this. We're gonna read a little bit about it. And we're gonna put in some precepts. So these are some of the things that Esau Edom is going to try to use as an incentive to entice Jake to take this thing, okay? And I was seeing a video from Elder Kazak, which is a GMS page master. He's from Mississippi. He's in Mississippi, and he was talking about. He showed this video where they're trying to pay in the UK. They're trying to give them 2,000 euros a month. Those who will take this charagma. Okay, so we know that incentives are going to come. Just like when they had the juice box. Okay, when they first came out with the juice box, when I used to work at Amazon, they had it to where they had a drawing where you can win $1 million. They had where you can get an extra $1,000 on your check. Some other stuff. Like they was trying to push that thing. Okay, so that's what they're going to try to do with the charagma. Okay, the mark of the beast. The grain of rice that you have to scan to get in and be accessible into society. So let's read it. You might soon be able to control electronic devices using only your mind. So if your mind can control devices, what does that mean? They're going to control your mind. Okay? And we know that Proverbs chapter 20 verse 24 says the man's goings are the ways of the Lord. How can a man understand his own way? So if you were to get this C-hip, if you were to get this charagma, you were already in a position where you were being mind controlled by Esau Edom. Okay, you're already to that point. If you already are agreeing to take this thing, and some people are. Some people have already signed up to get this thing when it's ready. So engineers have designed a brain implant that could detect neural impulses and wirelessly communicate those signals with electronics such as a computer or smart home device. And that's how it was. It was a dream a couple months ago, and it was like that. Like I was sitting in this room and like I was looking at the screen, and I went into the screen. You know, it's gonna be like that. Okay, that's the kind of stuff that they want to use with these things. Okay, and like in a dream, like I did a video on it. Basically, the people who were doing it to me, they're like, we wanted to see if you thought it was an illusion. You know, but I could see it wasn't. I was like trying to wake up out the dream. And that was a real strange dream, but, you know, I ain't going to get into it too much. But a recent study published in the journal Nature Electronics shows that scientists are one step closer to an invention that would allow people to control their smart devices and connect to the internet from elsewhere, from anywhere they are. Okay? That's going to be another thing they're going to try to use. You know, you're basically going to be a Wi-Fi box walking around, being able to tether into the internet, and that's going to be another way that they can track you wherever you go. Okay, it's going to be total control. So I want to put some precepts on this, not a lot, and we're going to move on. We'll start with the Old Testament. Going to do a little bit of New Testament. So Exodus. And really, basically, we living in the book of Exodus right now because, you know, that was when we were saved out of Egypt last time. This is New Egypt, okay? The new revived Roman Empire is New Egypt. It's the New Egypt, okay? Spiritually Sodom and Egypt, as it says in Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. You know, that's where Yahawashi was crucified in old Rome. And now, you know, we're in New Rome, which is, you know, Egypt means slavery, bondage. That's where we're at. Okay? This is our new slavery. So Exodus chapter 22, verse 18, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. And this is witchcraft, what they got these people doing. Okay? That getting the charagma and going in and doing that and whatnot, and getting that and being able to do the things with that device is witchcraft, it's sorcery. And it's also on the DNA, and know you will no longer be Israel, man. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 28. And that's what they're doing right now. They're enhancing this thing, so whenever they launch it, they can do it on a mass scale. Okay, but obviously it's going to have some situations with it, because you see us over here, we can't even connect to the internet with full speed, high internet right next to us. It'd be glitching and everything. It's going to have, it's up, man. It's not going to work. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 28, ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead. This is talking about getting tattoos, or print any marks upon you. I am the Lord Yahawah Yahawashi. So, you know, in a sense, you know, this is all the way going to the C hip, okay? Because that's going to be an imprint, a mark, okay? That's going to be a mark on you, okay? That's going to basically be incisioned in your hand, and we're not supposed to do this stuff. It says it in the Old Testament and the New Testament not to do this stuff, man. And certain things are going to happen to those people who take it. Such as this, Revelation chapter 16, verse 9. And it reads, and men were scorched with great heat and blasphemed the name of the Most High. Hold on. Yeah, that's not where I wanted to get at, but hold on. I want to go to Revelation. You know, that's just basically showing that there's going to be people that don't repent all the way to the end, even after the destruction of the missiles. So Revelation 14 verse 9 is where I want to go. Okay, and Lord willing, I ain't buffering too bad. If I am, let me know on the come board. Revelation chapter 14, verse 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, hold on, and receive his mark on his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of indignation. And he shall be torn in with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, Yahawah Yahawashi. So they're going to be watching you be on fire from this. But there's something else that I wanted to mention. Yeah, Revelation chapter 16, verse 2 is where I want to go. So you got that, but before that comes Revelation chapter 16, verse 2, and it reads, and the wind, let's start at 1, so it makes sense. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, which the ones who had the 7 vials, the 7 plagues, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. Right? Verse 2, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast. Alone, you're going to get destroyed by the intercontinental ballistic missiles. You're going to get basically great sores and boils all over your body. Okay, it's going to be a grievous time for those who take this charagma. Okay, it's not going to be a good time for them. Now we got Exodus. I'm going to go to Exodus chapter 23, verse 2. Bear with me, my computer. My computer going real slow today. Esau Edom just jacking with my stuff. So Exodus chapter 23, verse 2. And it reads, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, Neither thou shalt speak in the cause to decline after many to rest judgment. So we know that we're not supposed to take this thing and following the ways of the world and going to taking this sea hip and going through great pain, man. We know not to do this stuff, man. But it's just showing that they're doing it. So now we're going to get over here. And I didn't mean to take that off. I don't want to take that off yet. I want to read that. So we're going to read this and show that it says Chinese hackers nabbed 60,000 emails in State Department breach. So America Babylon the Great has been breached, and they took a whole bunch of emails. And now what? Now they know the plans of America Babylon the Great. This ain't the first time they've done it. Okay, sensitive information. Okay. Now they got right over here while that's going on. Okay, the BRICS is coming against this place, and they're taking this place down structurally and learning their plans and deceiving them. Okay. Like it said, your trusted allies will turn on you. That's what this is showing that they're doing it. Pentagon infiltrated by Iran. So, not let alone they got infiltrated by China, which is in the BRICS. They got infiltrated by Iran, which is in the BRICS. Okay, so they're taking all this information and they're preparing to take this place down. Okay, I don't know how much they took, but you know, if you want to go read it, you get into it. I don't want to get too far into it, but it's just showing that they're infiltrating America Babylon the Great in many various sectors. Okay, I want to put in some precepts about it because this is the beginning of the fall of this place. The economy, things like that are being attacked. Okay, trying to delete some of these tabs so it go faster. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yep, let me get rid of that. And then go a little faster, Lord willing. Go spend $300, $400 on doggone computer and then act like he can't pull up 10 tabs. So this is Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. And it reads, "In their body, or like I was saying, this is Sodom and Egypt. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified." I just want to pull that up real quick to show that that's where we at. And they're taking this place down first with the infrastructure. They're taking down things by learning the secrets of Babylon the Great. That's that skirt being lifted up in this place. Okay? And this is what it's going to lead to. So we're going to start at Revelation chapter 16, verse 18, and let's start at 17. This is what it's going to lead to, them getting all this stuff ready to destroy this place. "And the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne saying, 'It is done.'" See, that's what we're getting at. We about close to this completion of this wrath. Okay, and we're seeing it being poured out in various different ways by seeing how this place is getting taken over. Okay, "And there were great voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such was not since men were upon the earth." That's them intercontinental ballistic missiles. So mighty an earthquake and so great. Okay, that's from America Babylon the Great being destroyed. Verse 19, "And the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the city of the nations fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before the Most High, to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath." And he's going to give it to all those who go in with this system and take that charagma. This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 1. Hold on. Not right there. I want to do not that. I want to do Jeremiah 51 verse 58. Because Revelation 17 explains to you who America Babylon, what America Babylon the Great is. You know, that's the whore that set across many waters. But I don't want to read through that. I don't want to do too much of that. So Jeremiah 51 verse 58. And it reads, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahawashi, the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken." How is it being utterly broken? Where we're seeing the infiltration, the system being infiltrated. While there's riots going on here. There's massive earthquakes and different instances of natural disasters. And also, you know, the people going against each other, right? This is how we see it being utterly broken. And her high gates shall be burned with fire and continental ballistic missiles. And the people shall labor in vain. That's what everybody doing right now. We're the only ones in the whole planet right now, the hopeful elect, who are not laboring in vain. This is a blessing that we're doing this work. And the folk in the fire, and they shall be weary. Right? Verse 59, the word which Jeremiah the prophet commanded Sariah, the son of Neriah, the son of Masida, sorry if I said that wrong, when he went with Zedekiah, the king of Judah, into Babylon in the 4th year of his reign. And this Sariah was a quiet prince. So the Lord was giving these understandings of America Babylon the Great that was going to fall at that time, okay? And they were hoping that it was going to fall at that time. Okay, and we hope to be of those men. You know, even Ezra was asking the Lord, "Man, when is this stuff gonna come to pass? We trying to get out of here." And he told the same thing to Daniel. You got to shut up the book, and then we got to come back, and then you're gonna see it happen. So, and this is what's going to come during that time. During all this stuff is happening, this is what the Lord's doing in the spirit. Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 37. "Behold, I will gather them out of all countries whither I have driven them in mine anger and in my fury." See, he was mad at Israel. It said in Judges chapter 2, verse 14, he was hot against Israel. "And in great wrath, and I will bring them again into this place, and I will cause them to dwell safely." Talking about bringing us back into America, Babylon the Great, into the land of Egypt. "And they shall be my people, and I will be their power." And that's what's happening right now. We're glad and rejoicing that we are part of those people. Okay? Verse 39, "I will give them one heart and one way, that they may fear me forever, for the good of them and of the children after them." See, so we know that we're on one accord in this truth. Okay? But we still make mistakes. But when we get in the kingdom, He's going to give us that heart of flesh that's literally the precepts in our body, like we ain't gonna never sin again. So that's how we know we're gonna be immortal. Verse 40, "And I will make an everlasting covenant with them, and I will not turn away from them to do them good, but I will put my fear in their hearts, that they shall not depart from me." And how do you put fear in the heart? Is knowing all the knowledge of the scriptures. Okay, knowing everything. And that's why we're doing that right now. That's what gives us the fear of the Lord now, because we're studying every day. We're learning something new every day. We're coming in and we're learning more about the Lord, and it's putting that fear in us not to turn away from Yahawashi. You see? So now we're going to go over here. It says, huge explosion fueled by, and actually, let me go back before I get into that. I want to put in a couple more precepts. This is Revelation 18:21. We know this one. "And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and it shall be found no more at all." The great millstone is the great destruction. And that's, that's a reason why, that's a big reason why, the great millstone always talks about the destruction coming. They're always warning the people of the destruction. There's no other groups doing that. That's why they call the great millstone the prophets of doom. Isaiah chapter 47 verse 1, because they're going by the scriptures. Isaiah chapter 47 verse 1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, the so-called white man, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. And why are they called tender and delicate? Because of the increase, they increase through thy traffic, through trafficking all these different things, in the eyes of men, and the things that they have hid, that they have trafficked. They've trafficked all types of things that you wouldn't even believe. Okay, they're demons, and that's why the Lord is going to destroy them, man. So we're going to look at a couple things that have happened concerning judgment. So a huge explosion fueled by EV batteries. You remember we talked about them electric batteries. Remember we talked about that a couple months ago or a couple weeks ago about the battery blast? Well, this one blew up and ripped through a part of an airport, killing a boy 15 and injuring 163 in blast felt for 20 miles. You see that? They talking about they want a whole electric grid. Hey, man, these people don't understand what they're doing, okay? They're trying to eliminate the way things, work in life. And this is what causes this kind of stuff. Just man. Man, okay? Huge fireball, man. Like you go to the airport and you just get ready to get on the plane and then that happened, man. This is why we pray to Yahawashi and say, Lord willing, whatever we do, So while that's going on, while they blowing up batteries over there because they don't know what they doing, 2 women, found dead with plastic bags over their heads at Happy Home Care Nursing Home. So 2 people got found strangled to death, man. Okay, the Lord, you ain't safe nowhere, man. If the Lord want to get you, he'll get you. And that's just showing like it's death coming to those who feel like they're in a place where there ain't no death, man. They try to say that it was this person, one of the faculty's former employees, was the one suspected of killing them or whatever and whatnot. But at the same time, we know the Lord said he killed and make alive. So we know it's all the Lord orchestrating this stuff, man. It must have been some wicked old ladies, man. Okay, because if the Lord said he will judge you publicly. So, Lord, man, you can do wickedness all your life and think the Lord ain't gonna deal with you, and then you end up with a damn bag over your head. Everybody see your ass, man. Suicide bombers ripped through 2 mosques in Pakistan, killing at least 57. And that's that vessels of vengeance I was talking about yesterday. We ain't gotta look into too much of it. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how that stuff gets down. They go run in there and do whatever they do. So I want to pull up some precepts about that. This is Jeremiah chapter 16 verse 4. But this is a light. This is what we're seeing right now is light judgment compared to Jacob's trouble. It's like everywhere you turn in Jacob's trouble, you're gonna see something like that. You're gonna see some judgment like that. If you're of the elect and you make it through, you're literally not gonna wake up, and you're really gonna wake up and not have peace. You're gonna see that the whole time. That's why the Lord has us going through all these troubles today. Like whatever you're dealing with today, whatever you got going on, it's because the Lord wants you, when you get to that point, you're like, whatever. Because you've been going through shit the whole fucking time. You're going to be like, y'all panicking. I've been fucking suffering out here in America, Babylon the Great, for so amount of time. Whatever. This is what I've been seeing in my regular day life. And it could be something simple as Jake get a $3,000, $4,000 car, and every time he get it fixed, something break on it. That's how it is with my bike. Every time I get my bike fixed, as soon as I get my bike fixed and think I'm finna be in something where I ain't got to be subject to payment, something else break down, something else happen. It's with all of Israel. Jeremiah chapter 16 verse 4. They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried. But they shall be a dung upon the face of the earth. You'll see dead bodies everywhere, man. This is what we got to get ready for. And they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. You're going to be going around seeing people, birds eating people and stuff on the ground, man. This is not the time to be playing around with Yahawah, Bahasham, and Yahawashi. There ain't no time to play around with Yahawah, Bahasham, and Yahawashi, but especially this time. Psalm chapter 31, verse 38, let the lying lips be put to silence. And how is he doing that? Judging them openly so the elect can see. As for now, the hopeful elect, because we're the only ones watching. Everybody else is just living on their lives, like being like Esau, Edom, being a niggard at their own table, like, oh, it ain't happening at my house or whatever. That's how people think it, man. Which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. And that's what they do. They speak, in a way of, like we're the problem. No, they're the problem. Okay? Israel is the solution, because Israel being saved is the only reason why the world's going to get fixed. Okay? Israel being saved and Yahawashi dying for Israel and us going through everything and everything is the only reason why that there is ever going to be anything such as salvation in this hell. Okay? And it just doesn't make sense how you got these people like, oh, he just had a spiritual birth and he came back to save everybody on the planet. That doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't go, die for somebody, some other nation, sins, so some other nation sins, and then be like, well, they had enemies, but we're going to save them too. No, okay? The Lord's not going to get down like that. He's coming to get Israel, and only a third of them. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 10, but what, Lord? Why won't they listen? Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way. They forsake the way of Yahawashi, and he that hateth reproof shall die. So that's why if you get in the reproof, if you get a reproof or you get corrected, you should be thankful, okay? Because the Lord put the spirit on them men to say, correct that one, because I want him to make it. Okay, even if it sounds, grievous at the time of that correction, hey, that's to save you. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 13, there is a sore evil which I have seen under the sun, namely riches kept for the owners thereof to their hurt. Right? That's that sore evil. Right? All the stuff that we see is wicked, and it tarnishes your soul, man. That's why it says that a righteous man is making him mad. Okay, oppression. But those riches perish by evil travail, and he begetteth a son, and there is nothing in his hand. Right? What is that talking about? Verse 15, as he came forth out of his mother's womb, naked shall he return to go as he came, and he shall take nothing of his labor, which he may carry away in his hand. So all that work that them people did in that time, all the judgment that we just seen, all that work they did came to nothing, man. The only thing that's going to come out to something is this work, man, that we do for the Lord. So this should be put first. So this is something I was talking about yesterday. I just want to do a little update on it. The union labor strike, right? They expanded against 3 big automakers. So they went up and did more of that. But while that's going on, they also have a healthcare strike. And it's the largest healthcare strike in the U.S. history. So while that's going on, they got this going on in Los Angeles. Tens of thousands unionized healthcare workers are set to walk off the job starting Wednesday, which was 2 days ago, if contract negotiations with their employer, Calcer Permanente, fall through this weekend. Here are 5 things to know about the strike. It will be the largest ever strike. It will be the largest ever health strike in the U.S. More than 75,000 healthcare employees. Okay. So and it's talking about the patient's gonna feel it like it's finna get live, man. It's finna get live, man. It's a lot of chaos going on right now. Uproars of Jake, man. Jake is out there mad as hell. Okay, because 2/3 don't understand why the fuck this shit is happening. So they're out there rioting and tripping out and asking questions and, You also got some Edomites out there because they wondering why their kingdom falling, because the elites are not giving them no answers. We getting the answers. The Lord's giving us the answers. They're not giving them any answers. They just like, well, just figure it out. Go to work and budget better. 2 Chapter 9, verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Verse 4. Then shalt thou well understand. So we have a well understanding of why this stuff is happening. That the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Okay? And that's simple as that. We ain't got to be too deep about it. We seeing it. He said it was going to happen. We seeing the biggest strikes in U.S. history and all this kind of stuff go down while they making movies like Spy Kids Armageddon. Okay? Like, if you don't see the end is coming, then the Lord just wanted you to get destroyed. So this is something to deal with during the famine of the word, because I seen another brother do another lesson about the UN. It was by Yahawah. He was doing a video about what was it? Talking about the UN saying that they're not going to no longer negotiate people taking this complying with the CBDC. See, they're going to start pushing this and saying, you're going to do it or not. Okay, that's why you can't be lukewarm. You got to be over here with us. You got to be over there with them. So Supreme Court will decide if laws, see, right now they're in a deciding point. It's a Supreme Court. And remember, we seen that one Edomite, he said Supreme Court is above the law. So if they decide this, they're going to do shit even if it's not constitutional or whatever. They're going to do whatever the fuck they want to do if they make a decision, which they're going to. Okay, sooner or later, or sooner than later, if state laws limiting social media platforms violate the Constitution. So see, this is what they're going to do. They're going to do this to go against the men of the Lord, man. So let's read a little bit and then we'll put in some precepts. The Supreme Court agreed Friday to decide whether the state laws that seek to regulate Facebook, TikTok, X, and other social media platforms like YouTube violate the Constitution. The justices will review laws enacted by Republican-dominated legislators and signed by Republican governments in Florida and Texas. While the details vary, both laws aim to prevent social media companies from censoring users based on their viewpoints. But we know that this is going to backfire. Okay, and this is going to come to the point where it comes to the famine of the word, man. Okay, because they try to say that they're talking about they're gonna censor viewers based on their viewpoints, but when you got us talking about the downfall of this kingdom, you think they're really gonna give us freedom to do that forever? No, they're gonna take it away. The court's announcement 3 days before the start of its new term comes as the justices continue to grapple with how laws written in the dawn of the digital age or earlier applied to the online world, and it's going to bring more restrictions. That's what's going to happen. They're coming to decide about how to get these people off the streets, because they don't want the prophets on the streets. Okay, they don't want us out there, but it's the Lord's movie, so He is going to be the one who takes us off of there. Okay, so I have certain laws where it's like, we ain't doing nothing violent, they can't do nothing about it. But that's going to come to a point where it's going to not going to even matter if you're not doing nothing violent or not. If it's going against the Constitution or going against democracy, just like they're trying to do against Trump, they're going to censor it. Okay? And they've already done it before. They're going to do it on a mass scale. And all of our videos are going to go down. They're going to be gone. And everybody's going to be looking for the men of the Lord. Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahawashi, I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing of the words of the Lord. Right? And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north to the east, and they shall run to and fro and seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. They're not going to find the word of the Lord. It's going to come to a time where they ain't going to find it. Okay? And while that's going on, and we're seeing that they're deciding how they're going to come across getting people to take their freedom, because they're not going to give you more freedom. They're demons. They're not going to give you more freedom. They want to control you. While that's going on, 1 million people are at risk after huge amounts of fish die in rivers. So there's a whole nother gigantic amount of fish that have died in the river too. See if we can play it. Since I got a whole bunch of these tabs going, it might play it now. Let me see. This is my last one. I only got a precept to it, and then we out of here. Try not to be too long. Come on now. Bear with me. I just want to show where it's at. Okay. See, it's in Brazil right now. By low river levels. He said he was going to drown up he said he was going to dry up the seas, remember? Dry up the rivers. It's just music. I thought it was somebody talking. It said relief is not likely for the region. You see, there's no help coming, man. For northern Brazil, where the river is, El Nino tends to lead to drier, warmer than normal conditions. See, they're trying to blame it on certain things, but we know this is Bahasham, Yahawashi, man. Okay. And we can tell based off of what the animals do, they'll teach you the conditions of the earth. So it's going real slow. You saw Edom just spend $1 quadrillion on internet and don't nothing work. And it'll always be for Jake House, man. Job chapter 12 verse 7. And it reads, but ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee. Or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee, and the fishes of the sea shall declare unto thee. Declare what? The conditions of the earth. What's going on in the earth, man? And what is this? What is that showing? The earth is polluted, man. And it needs these rulers who are in control need to be destroyed, man. And that's what it's showing. The Lord is taking away life from the earth to show that there's going to be a mass death coming. Okay, so this is concludes the articles that I got for the day. Lord willing, is edifying to the flock. Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations. Scattered across the four corners of the earth. Want to give all praises to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone led me to this truth and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we part of that number. Lord, wouldn't this be edifying to those who fear in the name of the Lord and are striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities? His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5, it is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9, and it's unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5 verse 42. Wa abab abal, Kwam Yasharala, Yahabashim al Atham, to everybody who came on the comment board here on in and here on after. And may the election of the blessing of the election be upon your households. And Lord willing, will be at the exalted name of Yahawah yet another day. Shalom.